Hello friends, welcome to my first video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kayla. I am a licensed esthetician, makeup artist, and I have worked at Sephora for a little over 6 years now. Skincare and makeup are two of my biggest passions. I went to aesthetic school mainly for makeup, but I really started to get into skincare during that time, mainly because I'm a little bit of a science nerd. I love learning how things work. I love biology especially. I think it's all fascinating. I think it's all important. And so that's why I am a huge skincare junkie. When you really think about the skin and it being our biggest organ on our body and being part of our immune system, extremely important to take care of it. I plan on doing quite a few of these videos as there is so much to talk about with skincare. I could talk for literal days about different skincare topics. You might think I'm using the word literal incorrectly. However, I am serious. I could talk for days about all the different things that I have come to learn, not only in school, but through my job, through my own experiences about skincare and the things that I think are the most important about skincare. The main reason I wanted to start doing videos is because I feel like I can't get enough clients to really feel like I'm making a difference in enough people's lives to make me happy. I love where I work. I love what I do. I love that I can help people individually and sit down with them and really talk about their specific concerns. It's a very rewarding experience for me, but there are too many people, of course, to come into my store and talk to me. So I'm hoping that I can help as big of an audience as possible by doing these videos, because it just really means a lot to me that everybody is comfortable with themselves, with their skin, and that they're also taking care of their health to their best ability. And skin health definitely falls into that bucket. Okay, enough backstory. I don't want to have like a 30-minute video every single time. I want this to be quick and dirty, but still informative, so we're gonna get started. Today's video is all about your skin in the winter and what it needs when the climate changes and there's all of this artificial heat happening and things just get a little bit crazier on the skin. I know I experienced it a lot, I still do, of course, and I get a lot of clients coming in this time of year who have very specific concerns related to dryness and other skin issues caused by dryness because of the winter. First off, I do have to say, even though I am a Sephora employee, all opinions are of course my own. I'm not getting any money for any of this. I'm not getting any sponsorships for any of this. I have my favorite brands, we all do. So you will hear the same brands come up in all of my videos. They're just ones that I think are doing the best job at what they should be doing with skincare and maintaining skin health. So I'm going to go over a couple of quick, I guess you could say definitions or explanations of things that come into play this time of year with our skin. The first one is our acid mantle. You might have heard of this, you might have not heard of this, but it is a very important part of skin health. Another name for the acid mantle is the moisture barrier, which is accurate. Acid mantle kind of tells you a little bit more about what it is though and what it does. As you might have guessed, the acid mantle is acidic. It does have to do with the pH level of your skin. You might not know this, but our skin is actually supposed to be acidic. If you remember back to chemistry, high school chemistry, and pH levels goes from 0 to 14. 7 right in the middle is neutral, and then everything else on the other side is going to be acidic or alkaline. Anything below 7 is acidic, anything above 7 is alkaline. The acid mantle is a very thin layer of fatty acids, also known as lipids, that does a few different things. The acid mantle is a very thin layer of fatty acids, also known as lipids, that cover the skin's surface and protect the skin and our body from pathogens, irritants, and contaminants. This, of course, includes bacteria as well as viruses, but briefly, it protects our skin from bad crap. Another huge thing that it does is help to support our skin's microbiome. You might have heard that term in refer to gut health, which is very important. Also, our skin has its own microbiome that needs to stay balanced and healthy to keep us protected and our skin feeling and looking good. The third thing that the acid mantle does is help to retain moisture on the skin, which of course is huge during wintertime. When our acid mantle is compromised, a lot of very bad things can happen. Things like acne, rosacea, redness and inflammation on the skin, as well as excess texture and overall dryness or tightness, flakiness, those kinds of things. Having a compromised acid mantle can also lead to premature aging of the skin. I say this so often, you will hear this a lot from me. One of the main things you can do for your skin health is moisture. If our skin is not properly moisturized, things start to go south real quick. Another common symptom of having a depleted acid mantle is sensitivities. So you might think you have sensitive skin, and you might. Obviously, there are people who have sensitive skin. If your skin is reactive to a lot of things, you most likely have a compromised acid mantle. Sensitive is not a skin type, it is a skin symptom. If you are reacting to a lot of products, if you're having burning, breakouts, irritation, redness, flakiness, scaliness, something is wrong with your acid mantle and your skin is freaking out because there's nothing there to protect it from anything at all. So if any of these things are happening to you, follow some of my tips, get some of the products I'm recommending, ask me questions if you have them, try and fix that acid mantle, and your skin will be a lot more well-behaved. You might be wondering, how does one get a compromised acid mantle? It's supposed to be on our skin, supposed to be doing good things. Well, let me tell you, there's a lot of things in our body that are supposed to be behaving, and they just don't like to. But there are things that we do to our skin that can also deplete the skin barrier. Some of these things include using harsh cleansers. Cleansers that make your skin feel tight, make it feel really clean, really ironically smooth or soft, but in an unmoisturized kind of way. All of these things are bad for your skin and are potentially stripping your skin of the necessary fatty acids it needs to keep it healthy. Something else that is commonly found in skincare products are alcohols. So there are good alcohols, which I will cover later on in another video, but the bad ones you need to look out for are denatured alcohol, which is always or most often abbreviated as alcohol denat, period, bad for the skin. Isopropyl alcohol, that's rubbing alcohol, bad for the skin. Also, if you just see the word alcohol, bad for the skin. If you're using a product that has these things on spots, not so bad. We usually do want to dry out big blemishes, active blemishes, pustules, not a problem. Do not apply any of those ingredients all over your face. Terrible for your acid mantle. Another sort of sensitive issue is scrubs. Now, I do not like scrubs for the face. Body scrubs, love a good body scrub. Rub those elbows. Rub that butt with a scrub. Get it nice and smooth. Totally fine. Your face, your neck, chest, décolleté, this whole area is too delicate for scrubs. I know a lot of people are really attached to their face scrubs. You can do better, honey. You can do better. Just trust me. Just do me a favor. Toss your scrub. I will have an exfoliation video. I will talk about proper exfoliation, really effective exfoliation, gentle exfoliation. If you're still unsure, just Google skin micro tears exfoliation. Just read about it, come back. I promise you, it's just, you need to stop. Also, on the top of exfoliation, I know a lot of people who have over exfoliated the skin with chemical exfoliants. You're like, oh, my skin is feeling so soft. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to do it more. Then, weirdly enough, you get more flakes and you're like, oh my God, I need to exfoliate more. So you just keep going in there with your peels and your pads and all the things. And it just keeps getting worse and worse because what you've done, you've depleted your acid mantle. Now your skin is flaky because of that. Reverse. Another sort of controversial statement is, I don't want you to wash your face in the morning. For the love of God, wash it at night with a cleanser. Twice if you're wearing makeup. Another video on cleansing later on. It's a good one. Cleanse your face at night. Great. Don't wash your face in the morning. We all know that during sleep our skin does a lot of really good things. Our body in general kind of heals itself, repairs things. That's what sleep is for. When you wash your face in the morning, you're basically washing off all of that repair, all of those good things your skin has produced during the night, like fatty acids. You want to keep those in place. What you can do instead, if you are oily or acne prone, do a good oily or acne skin toner. Witch hazel is a great ingredient for that. Again, you don't want to overstrip, so make sure it's alcohol free. Always, always with toners, alcohol free. Toners in general tend to have an issue with being very prone to containing the bad alcohols. The 3 that I mentioned, those are the bad alcohols. Stay away from, even if you are oily skinned. Even if you are oily skinned, say it again for the people in the back. Alcohol free. Anyway, a little bit of toner, cotton pad, swipe, 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 get off all the, cat hair and fuzzies and the pillow and all that kind of thing. Totally fine. Toner. If you are dry skinned, moisturizing toners are fine. I also really like using cleansing water in the morning on a cotton pad. Get all of the excess off, leave behind all of the good stuff. So the next question would be, if our acid mantle is all messed up, how do we fix it? Luckily, it's not hard. Our acid mantle wants to be repaired. Our body wants to do the right thing most of the time. So here are some things you can do. Look for these ingredients. Hyaluronic acid, we've probably heard of. It's become huge in the last few years. The word acid is in there. Notice that. It's not exfoliating. It's just pH balanced for your skin. Ironically, it does not actually moisturize the skin itself. How it works, gets into the skin, keeps the moisture on your skin there. It does not allow it to disappear off of the face. Also really cool, it sucks water from the environment. Plasters it to your face, keeps it there. Another ingredient to look for, ceramides. Ceramides, again, they are there to replenish your skin's moisture barrier. That is their job. That is what they do. They are so, so good for repairing your acid mantle. The last ingredient that is great for your microbiome and your moisture barrier health are probiotics. We all know what they do, again, for our insides, for our stomach. That good bacteria is fantastic for lots of different things. On the skin, they are great for eczema, acne, chronic redness and irritation. They help to balance out that microbiome and make sure your skin is extra healed from any intrinsic causes that you have for skin discoloration and things like that. Anything that is coming from you, whether you are just genetically, you have eczema, genetically you have psoriasis, genetically you have rosacea, genetically you have really bad acne. All of those things can really be helped by probiotics. Basically, how they work on the skin is helping with inflammation, which causes all sorts of skin problems. Okay, we have covered the acid mantle to the extent that I want to get into in this video. What we're going to move on to next, you might be like, oh, I know what I am. I know what those are. Skin types. You might not. And this is no joke, if I had $1 for every client that I have had who says their skin type is sensitive combination, everybody thinks that they have combination skin. Guess what? They most likely have normal skin. Getting ahead of myself. I'm going to run through the skin types. Dry skin. You do not produce oil. You're supposed to have some oil. That's that lipid barrier. That's that acid mantle. You have oil if you have normal skin. Normal skin, you're going to have some oil in your T-zone a little bit later on in the day. I don't think it's really ever bothered you. Maybe you got a blot sometimes. Maybe you have to add a little bit of powder, touch up throughout the day. The rest of your face, nothing really weird going on. Maybe a little bit dry in the cheeks. That is normal skin. Everybody just say it with me. Say it with me. Combination skin is normal skin. If you have extremely combination skin, where you're getting so much oil in your T-zone, maybe some acne, the rest of your face is dry and irritated, that is a symptom of a depleted acid mantle, which now you know how to fix. And then, of course, oily skin. We probably know what oily skin is. You wash your face in the morning, and an hour later, maybe less, maybe a little bit more, your skin's oily. It gets oilier throughout the day, just worse and worse and worse and worse. Oily skin. Ironically, oily skin will be worse and more oily if you are not properly moisturizing. A lot of clients will think that they do not need to moisturize. Oh, I have oily skin, I don't use a moisturizer. I cringe when I hear that. If you are oily and you're using those hyaluronic acids, you're gonna produce less oil. One more time, moisturize. Everybody, moisturize. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your skin is doing. Find the right moisture and use it. Now, all of these skin types here can have the skin symptom of dehydration. You say, what is the difference? Dry, dehydrated, it's all the same thing. Wrong. Dry skin, again, lacking oil. Dehydrated skin, lacking water. All skin types can lack water. I don't care how much water you drink, your internal organs are doing a lot in there. They're gonna take that water. Drinking a lot of water is great for your skin in terms of things like acne, making sure that you are flushing everything through your body all the time. Water's great to drink for everybody, but not for skin hydration. Unfortunately, to get hydrated skin, talking about water, not oil, again, you have to apply it topically. If you're not properly taking care of your skin, if you're in a cold climate in the winter, you're going to get dehydrated because we're creating all this artificial heat with our heaters. It is sucking the water out of our skin. In order to get it back on, you have to take care of the skin. Here is something that always gets a really big reaction out of my clients. Your skin, if it is properly hydrated, if it is healthy, when you touch it, it will feel kind of tacky. It should be smooth, of course, to be healthy. But if you're touching it and there's no tack to your skin, like there's no grip, it is so smooth and like paper feeling that you just kind of slide off with no friction, your skin is dehydrated. Your skin should feel tacky. I have a bunch of hourglass powders on my face right now, and I'm a dry skin type, and my skin has tack to it because it has a good hydration level. Another huge sign of dehydration, which I'm going to cover this in a different video, it's too much to talk about in this one, but the way your makeup behaves on dehydrated skin, creasing, caking, flaking, 9 out of 10 times, if your foundation is looking really just horrible on your skin, it has nothing to do with the foundation. Of course, there are shitty foundations, but most of the time, it's because your skin is dehydrated. It's sucking the water out of the foundation, even behind the rest of crap. Again, later video, but that's the gist of it.